Right.
Um, yeah.
It's episode 53.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Gameplayx4. Thank you, Kenneth. You almost confused me. Good try, but didn't work. You wanted me to say political peasants because I also host that. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing a great job, Ruben. I could hear myself through your mic. Um, but anyways, how you guys doing? The work is fine this week. Nothing.
It's been fucking crazy at the Air Force Base.
No crazy stories. Nothing like that.
I mean, craziest story for me is that in the Air Force Base in San Pedro, they like maintenance and housing, like they're both their units. Like no one's been working. Like half of their workforce is gone totally. So everything's just been hectic with chaos. There's no management, nothing. So like I've been having to like go with like just like random workers and having to tell them what do we need to do.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Hey, we lost them.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. No, just connection froze for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, so no, not a lot of workers.
Yeah, there's no workers at the Air Force Base. No one wants to work, and because they have positions open and no one wants to work, and then so it's just been like we've been having to catch up of everything because since they have no maintenance, we've like everything's being backed up. So like we've been having work like nonstop every day, and so I'd be coming home sometimes like at 6 or 7 or 8, starting like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's a topic we discussed with Ken and the political pests this week. If you guys want to check it out, go ahead.
It's not that no one wants to work. No one wants to work for trash ass pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been going great this week. You know, got a promotion at work, and immediately. That's why you immediately.
Okay, how much you getting paid?
That's why you. Okay,
I'll tell you my exact salary.
Ask me about the statue.
I get paid 50% more.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn. So who do you have to? Who do you have to like bend down to?
But yeah, as soon as they offer.
Hey, it wasn't that. It was Ray that showed up to the main offices. He's like,
yeah, he told me like, hey, bro, how much you want?
Right. As soon as they offered the job, I was like, say no more, I'll take it.
Wow, that's fast.
I tell you, everyone has a price. He kind of has a big ass price.
And then once I got the job, I went straight to the statue. Was like, purchase.
you
actually,
wow, you lost a lot of money.
He got a promotion. I was just like, oh, no wonder.
Show us the statue you're talking about.
Oh, the Edge 18 green leaf.
Yeah, show it.
I gave you the link.
It's on the chat.
Yeah. It's 1 to 1, my guy. 1 to 1. You see how big that statue is?
It's a human size.
Right.
Share room.
And I might get the Frieza one too.
Shut up.
The Frieza one.
Well, Ruben's putting that shit up.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I meant to say earlier? A grail. That statue is gonna be a grail later on.
Bless whoever did that, but yeah, I'm gonna get that one and I'll probably get the Frieza one too.
How much is it?
The Frieza one is about the same.
About 150?
About 1,800 and then plus shipping and taxes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Shipping is the most expensive part.
$1,800 right, exactly. for the statue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to buy two.
Well, the thing is that go ahead.
No. Well, I mean, if you go to Sideshow, Ray, they have way more expensive ass statues there. I mean, there's like a bust that Ken bought, which is 1-for-1 scale of like Aquaman and Mera and of like Batman and Superman, but like the actors from the DC universe, and they're like life replicas of them. And they're about like $4,000 to $5,000.
Yeah,
there's even one that they just
money. And that's gonna be like one instant and lifetime kind of thing.
What do you mean?
They're always gonna sell them.
I think it's a limited
amount.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's a limited amount. So that there's not like a big grand thing of that they're making it, but like
Okay.
still, like it's crazy the detail. I think they just made one of Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and it looks exactly like her. Like it's weird, like the uncanny. It looks like she's right there. Like it's fucking weird.
I'll tell you right now, if I get the job, I'm buying that diva immediately.
The Diva statue?
The full
Yeah.
size statue?
Which one from Overwatch or from the other one that I sent you?
From Favor?
Through what? Or what?
Yeah. Oh, from Favor. Okay.
Yeah.
You sent it through what?
I'm buy that shit immediately.
Yeah, like I said, I could have waited. Like I said, Android 18. Now, the Android saga of the Dragon Ball Z franchise is one of my favorite sagas. 18 and Cell are my favorite characters in all the Dragon Ball. So hell yeah, easy clap.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, damn, 18 fine.
So-
Did I think the same about Cell?
How big is it?
No, I like Cell though.
I like Cell.
Right.
Yeah.
It's 1-for-1. It's a life
It's
size.
the
like
size of
as
a
big
human
as
person.
you.
Yeah,
but
size of a
human
human
God
person.
damn.
Yeah.
What, you guys really won that? It doesn't even look that good.
I want it.
Hold on.
I like
You
18.
sound jealous.
I was so jealous. It's like I was a big ass statue. No.
But you got a wall full of pops.
Everyone
Hold on. You talk about a big ass statue. You got a wall
The
full of
pops are
pops.
different thing, bro. The pops are different.
No,
thing.
it's the exact same shit.
Well, no. One thing is in a little box, and the other thing is like big ass fluff
Right.
for no reason.
Well, we're not gonna talk about it because I used to be in your position where my whole walls were covered in pops.
Yeah,
Dude,
Worth more than that statue.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We're not gonna talk about.
Yeah, about the
worth
whole.
and size.
But like I said, easy clap. I like 18. I like the Cell saga.
Yeah,
Okay.
under 18 was the most popular one for them.
I mean, but my favorite character is Cell. She's second place.
Nah, you have to be under 18 first place.
Yeah,
So,
Ken loves that Arnold Schwarzenegger. So.
yeah.
I
I love it with him. I prefer Cell than her.
But yeah. So
They didn't
finally
have,
got the opportunity to get it. Got it. Thank God.
they didn't have the cells form. Now,
No,
which one
so
you
I don't
prefer?
think they've
Which
made
one you
it for
prefer,
that
the
video.
first form or the last one?
That's what.
The last one.
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Who the fuck likes any of the other forms?
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
mean,
Ugly
I
as shit.
actually like the first form, like the design of it.
The-
I like
No,
I
the
like
design
the-
white is nice. You know, the cockroach.
yeah.
But
Not the cockroach.
No.
Not the pre-form, right? Not the baby form, but like the first. his
no, I'm
first
talking about
form.
the.
The one he's walking around. Yeah.
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 I still call him a cockroach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The first one looks like a bug. The second one is probably racist. The third one
What
is
the
the third one. The third
Yo,
one
he's
is
totally racist,
Yeah.
That's
They're
hilarious.
the perfect.
That's
I
hilarious.
wouldn't say that.
But we'll never see Cell again. So, oh well.
With DC and GTA though.
GTA?
Oh, sorry. Dragon Ball.
GTA. I was like, what?
Sorry, Dragon Ball GT on the sky.
Oh, he's been watching that Cell Rose Franklin video again.
Yeah. It was funny.
Oh well. Let's move on to the news, I guess. So far this week we don't have a lot to talk about, but we're gonna spend a little bit of time in each topic. Anyways, guys, our first topic of today is obviously Sega is cool with fans making their own games about none other than Sonic himself. At least, as long as if they don't making any money, they're cool. If only Pokemon and Nintendo would be like this.
That's not the same damn shit, bro.
That's the thing, right? It's like if Sega can't make money off Sonic, neither can you.
But the thing about that is that if someone makes a good Sonic game, they'll just hire you and just sell out their own anyways.
As they should.
Right.
That's what they did with Sonic Mania.
The thing is,
What's the problem with
Pokemon is
that?
actually Pokemon actually makes good games.
Nah.
Pokemon
it's
Go,
the ones that-
Pokemon Snap. We
it's
can talk
not.
about everything.
It seems like
They didn't
make
once
Pokemon Go.
in every blue moon they make a good game.
No, they
What?
still make a great game.
What, Pokemon?
No, Nintendo in general, like just yeah, like
Excuse
Here we
you?
go with Nintendo slander.
Excuse you?
Hey, they keep making the same fucking game. People just
But they're
get
not
hype
bad.
over it. Yeah, they're
Shout out
bad.
to the man who was the only
Bro,
game that he plays the Wario game.
Bro, the only reason why we attach ourselves to those new games is because of the,
No.
the experiences we have with the old ones.
They're still good though.
Nah, they're not.
We just
Well, Cells would say otherwise, right?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
The only one you can say is better is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but that's about it.
I'll give you that one, but on top of everything else, Pokemon is also better.
Nah,
Mario Kart is amazing.
bro.
Mario Kart 8 is pretty
They're
good.
about
It's
to
still amazing.
resell us a version of the Pokemon Pearl and Diamond.
Odyssey was pretty good too.
Right,
I mean,
Odyssey was good.
Odyssey was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think that was
it's
the last one, right?
What about it? Like that's.
Ray, you haven't played.
Wait, since,
don't give me.
hold on. So when's the last time? Since when we got fucking Pokemon? Mario Odyssey.
17.
I got it.
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
we
but
just
we
got
only get
once-
one Mario per generation.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like once every in a blue moon, we get a good game. I say.
I mean, but look, I don't like this game either, but 3D World did well.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean.
Well,
It's a good
Well,
game.
the re-release.
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good
Well,
game.
that really leads.
That game, I hate that fucking
You know, Medal of Honor actually saw a lot of copies too. It wasn't a good game, but it saw a lot of copies.
Medal of Honor is a dead franchise.
But it saw a lot of copies
Still
for the
people like to
Wii
but
when it
still
came
play
out.
it.
So people like to play it, but when was the last time you had a Medal
But
of Honor game?
That's not a Nintendo.
Well,
Josh
a long
said
time
just because
ago.
he saw a lot of copies, he says might be a good game.
But
It
that's
is.
not a Nintendo
But it's not.
game.
But the thing is, Medal of Honor doesn't sell as much as a Nintendo game.
Yeah, but it's not
Right.
just because he sells a lot of copies
Well,
doesn't mean it's a good game.
he's right. Just because it sold a lot of copies means it's a good game.
Yeah.
But if it sold 20 million, then it was a good game for 20 million people.
Yeah.
No. The
I
fuck?
mean, but you don't get to millions and millions of copies like that not being a good game. Though.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
because
I
of,
mean,
Yeah.
it's because of the
Look at-
franchise.
It's
Look
like
it
saying that GTA 5 sold 150 million.
because
It don't
of-
mean it's good.
It's because of the genre of the game that carries weight to it. Oh, if you play a Mario game, obviously you're gonna say, okay, but let me try it out. It might be good.
Mario is the only platformer that's still alive.
Yeah, for
Right.
some reason.
And
And
People
now,
get buying the same
That's
game. So
why.
no, but doesn't
Overall,
mean
I
that
think-
every Mario game is good.
I mean, it's
I'm
like,
not saying
we're
that.
getting a Ratchet and Clank, which is gonna get another platform.
yeah, but we're
it's
not
gonna
saying
be from
every
Yeah.
Mario game is
Right.
good, but so far every 3D Mario that came out was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not 3D World.
Nah.
That's
It
not
was
a 3D Mario,
It
I'm
was,
sorry.
it was adequate
Nah.
or good, but it wasn't. It was never like horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't
It-
like
it-
super
it-
horrible, but it's playable. It's
not-
playable. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and it's not Ratchet and Clank, it's Ratchet ass Clank.
Right.
Right.
That's correct.
The Gator Clank.
Anyways, so what do you think about this? Like, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
mean,
know, go
I
ahead.
think Family Games, I think it's fine. I mean, they're not making money. It's pretty much just practice. If you think about it, it's like making a game for school. You're gonna use something that exists already.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
I feel about the same way I feel about kind of Chinese knockoffs. It's like you clearly have the talent, make your own shit. Like make your own shit. That way you never have to worry about Sega anyway. Like, you know
But
what
I'm
I mean?
pretty
Yeah.
sure they make these as like a way to practice their craft.
I
Yeah,
will laugh
that's what I'm
it.
saying, like it's better. Like I get what you're saying, but I always feel that if they made their own, they get the full experience of making the game versus
Yeah,
'cause
but
now
I
they
will
would
laugh.
also have to add in like character design. They would have to
But
add in.
if they make their own, they don't get the exposure. If they make something that exists, they get exposure, and then they go make their own game later, and then they have the exposure.
Hey man, building your game from nothing is one of the hard parts about the gaming industry.
Yeah.
They should have to learn that too. But as I said, I don't mind the fan made games at all. I think they're good. I think they're nice. I think honestly, I think a lot of these companies look at the fan made games and steal ideas from them, even though they don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
admit it. But ultimately, I always come down to make your own game because you never know. Your own game might end up being better than their version of the game. Anyway,
Right.
so and then you end up stealing their market, and they're coming to you trying to buy your studio and get you to make stuff.
Yeah, I actually played this game. This game has cutscenes. It has animations. It's pretty fucking clean. It has its issues though, but for a fan game, that thing is clean as fuck.
Definitely,
You actually play it. Wow.
Yeah, I played that shit.
So
it's free.
just mainly put this out there. We don't sponsor pirate games or anything like that. If you want to
It's not
hack,
hard.
if you want to hack your own stuff,
Also not hacking.
It's not
I
it's
know,
not pirated or
I
hacked
know,
game.
but a lot of games like this, you can only get it, through a
No.
third party software. And the PC, obviously, you always install it. But if
You
you
can only
want to,
play this on PC.
like, imagine like if you make a game for
For
the
free.
Wii, but it's not an official game.
What?
Imagine you making an unofficial game for for one of the
So
consoles.
if you made a game for the Wii, it's official because you made it for that system.
No, but it's like it
Right.
has not been officiated like a game you could go and buy. And you
And it's free.
but you could download it and then install it, but you need to obviously go through. You don't have to like put another software on your system in order for you to install that game.
No, you just give it away for free.
Right.
But
I'm so
for
confused.
but for that it has to be officiated by the store and nothing.
What? Right. No.
You
there's
mean
no
you
store.
like you mean
They don't have
side?
to do it?
I get what you're saying. Like you mean like side booting and all that. Yeah, I mean I guess, but at the end of the day, who cares?
Okay.
All these fan games, they make it for PC anyway.
Alright,
Yeah.
yeah.
Either way, you can always like, do
Piracy is
just download
good,
an
man.
emulator. Piracy is good. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. Obviously, we have this Xbox Series X and S getting inside Dolby version of HDR. Why is this a big deal? I mean, I thought he had it already.
I don't know why.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision are amazing.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever experienced it, you got an amazing ass experience.
Yeah, but you don't have to have the sound, the surround system.
Exactly. You have to have the hardware for it. Otherwise, you just waste your time.
Yeah.
Dolby Atmos for headphones is fire though.
Yeah. But have you heard it like in a surround sound system? Legendary.
I mean, I
No.
heard your stuff.
That's not even Atmos.
Oh, okay.
That's DT. That's DTS.
Okay. So
DTS X is
it's
actually
kind of
better than
like
Atmos.
wordless and
Okay.
useless because the well majority of people don't have this at home.
I mean, it's becoming more affordable. Like you get a Dolby Vision
Yeah,
TV for
but
pretty
not
cheap.
everyone has a surround system.
Yeah. That's the one thing. Like if you don't have a good surround sound that support Atmos, then it's kind of nothing for you. But it's still nice. It's still nice to have it.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, I thought these already had it, but I guess it's coming to the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
What about the PS5? Does it have it already?
No.
Okay, so it's a piece of shit system.
Xbox.
For more reasons than one, but not compared to this, no.
I mean, as long as it has HDR, it doesn't matter, right?
No. And so the thing is that so Dolby Vision is essentially HDR. I mean, it's their algorithm when it comes to HDR and image manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
And so that makes it look nice. It makes the colors pop. I mean, I could describe it all I want, but unless you really go and see it and experience it, you're not gonna understand why it's so good.
But even then, you have to have a proper TV that has the capabilities for HDR, for you to.
Yeah, no, the TV will support because these things have to be built into the hardware. Like you can't just have it there. Like you can't just cut it on. You could, but it's not going to be accurate. You actually have to have, the hardware that supports it, and they'll tell you it supports it because obviously, they want to sell you this stuff, so they're going to put supports Dolby Atmos, supports Dolby Vision, blah blah blah.
Right.
Just like any other HDR, they'll say like, oh, supports HDR, or like supports HDR 400 or HDR 600. There are different levels to all this stuff, but obviously, the more expensive you go, the more likely it is to have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
for sure.
But you would have to see it. Go to Best Buy, pretend like you're about to buy a TV and a sound system, so they can show you, and then leave.
That's fucking sad.
If it's something that interests you, get it. If it's something that doesn't interest you, don't get it. And you got those fast stimulus checks, so I know you can. However, don't buy TVs with stimulus checks. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, but actually, a lot of students about to get stimulus checks now. So even then, don't.
Students?
Yeah, students, like college students.
Is my stimulus check going to be student loan forgiveness?
I don't think so.
Nah, it's not gonna be.
You still gotta pay a tax for that.
People who graduate
on that.
And the bad good thing,
last year.
if you happen to live in California, you're also about to get another check. So
yeah,
because of the surplus. But that's just another story. Being here in Cali, living a good life. Anyways, there's not a lot to talk about this. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. Obviously, it has to do with the PS5. And the good news is that there's not gonna be enough of them to buy in 2022. Great.
Mhm.
I mean, I was not even planning to go and buy one anyway, but for those
It's
people
a-
who are still in line, I'm sorry to hear. I guess there's not gonna be more of them, but I mean, wasn't they're making another prototype of the PS5?
No, it's not a prototype. They're
No.
just
No.
redesigning the innards of the PS5.
Oh, but it's gonna look almost the same, right?
It is going to be the same.
Oh.
It's just the inside is going to be different. Yeah, because they're trying to make the chip a bit smaller and trying to go through a different factory to do that, to ramp up productions of PS5, and that's what their idea was. But it doesn't seem like that could be the case because we're still getting effects from COVID. So, which is weird to me as well, because I would think, because now kind of jumping from topic to topic, but still being on PS5, we're getting the new rendition of the controllers, right? The colored versions.
The red one.
So I would write the red and the black one, and so now with those, it kind of like speculates that we probably get a special version or a different colored version PS5. Coming in the works, but if this is the case, then we probably won't see those additions until later on, maybe next year.
Yeah,
I think we'll see when come out a brand new game for PS5.
I mean, but yeah, you have God of War that's coming out at the end of this year, and who's to say? They usually, when a new God of War game comes out, they usually make a special edition for that. But who knows if we're even getting that?
I think we won't have it because they said that they are in a shortage, right? For making
right.
So
right. That's what I'm saying. We'll see if we even get that, and it's. I mean, for them, it's easy because they don't even have to do that much. All they have to do is switch out those plates, because those plates could come off.
Yeah, I mean that's what they were going to do from day one. We know that's why they've gone after that company so hard. But yeah, I mean, apparently, they come out and said that because of demand, it's gonna, be hard to find even in 2022. The thing is that it's not really demand; it's mostly scalpers with bots. And if you don't believe me, I think it was just recently. I think Best Buy had them in stock, like yesterday actually. And
so did GameStop.
Yeah, but the bots pretty much just cleared out Best Buy in like a second. Again.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, because the difference between GameStop and Best Buy sells them in singles, well, GameStop sells them in bundles.
Right.
So they're like, the scalpers are like, $800. I don't know about that.
Right. Exactly. And so so that's really a lot of the reasons why it's hard to buy the PlayStation 5. And then you also have that chip shortage, which is affecting pretty much every electronic manufacturers, automobile manufacturers.
To reproduce, yeah.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, the way I see it is that if it wasn't for what we're going to talk about next, Nintendo just pretty much just reign supreme this generation. It looks like it's going to be that way. It looks like releasing early was the strategy after all. The Xbox doesn't seem to be having that trouble yet, but
actually they are. Actually, they are. So Phil Spencer just came out yesterday, saying that they're also experiencing production. Well, not that they're experiencing productions and making the Xbox, but they're experiencing, people are just buying them out now. Right. And so because they're also seeing that a lot of bots and resellers are getting into that market with Xbox. So they're saying now through the Microsoft Store that they're implementing a new way so that you can buy the Xbox without really scalpers or bots really getting into it. So I forgot what is the process of what they're developing, but it's to deter people from doing that.
Yeah.
So if you really want it, then you can buy it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's just that going forward, I mean, like Nintendo, it's bad because they released a console and then they're stuck in that area where they've already started winding down production on the last console. If they didn't stop it already, they're already winding down the production of games on those consoles if they haven't stopped it already. And now they don't even have the new console to really get out there for the masses anyway. I mean, except for scalpers, they can get it easily. So the question becomes is like, it looks like this is a golden opportunity for Nintendo. Like I said, their console is already established. They have plenty of games. Their console is cheaper. I mean, they also said they're going to start having issues that we're going to talk about next, but it's just because they released 3 years before everyone else, they already kind of already went through their paces, and now they already have it like fully stocked on shelves.
Yeah, but I think for the future, because the more games that come out for Nintendo, right? People demand more of the consoles, right?
Yeah,
People trying to buy it, and then for right now they're okay, but for the near future they're gonna have the same products as PlayStation 5, as
but
PlayStation and
the thing
Xbox.
is, they already sold mini Switches. That's the thing. That's the difference. That they already sold 80 million Switches, going on 90 million Switches. The PlayStation, Xbox, they didn't sell that much yet. So
Look, man, the
Yeah,
Switch,
but
the last generation machine. Okay,
that's the issue.
no, we're gonna have to
That's
switch
the
us.
issue.
But
they
They
don't get a
didn't.
pass.
They don't get any passes exactly. So they got to compete with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One. I mean,
no,
They didn't
Series
have a
X.
choice but to release it 3 years early.
Yeah, but it worked out for them. It
yeah,
worked out for 'em. Just like the pandemic. It worked out for them. Like
Yeah, well,
they're selling games, they're selling consoles. They got them to sell.
since you was already talking about Nintendo, let's move on to that topic alone. Since it seems that they can physically make more Switches, and you guys are explaining what the reasons why, right?
it's the same problem as a PlayStation, the semiconductor shortage.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the chip productions is halting their production. Also, just making, and also the screens. Like they're facing a lot of problems with the company that's making their screens, and they've had to hire outside of their company to just develop a new type of screen.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
just
yeah, I
It-
mean,
it- uh,
there's rumors popping up again about the Switch Pro. Doubt that's
yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
happen this year.
The
Uh,
new rumors is about implementing a Samsung OLED
Right.
on
yeah,
the so
Which
they
is
were
a try.
saying that they will delay the 4K model of the Switch.
Yeah. But yeah, so like they're having chip problems too. I mean, essentially, this is what happens when you only have like 3 manufacturers of chips. I mean, like
right.
now you have to wait until they build more plants because there's no more competition. And it's sad, really. This is what happens.
Yeah.
This is probably going to keep happening as more and more technology takes more and more chips. I mean, you have chips in almost everything now: refrigerators,
Yeah.
stoves, computers, obviously, cell phones, toasters, toothbrushes, everything.
Next is your brain.
And
And that's already
about
happening, bro.
talking about controlling brains and people's emotions and stuff. We got good news. It seems that one of our members just got vaccinated.
Who gives a fuck, bro?
The last one. The last one.
Yeah, everyone cares, bro. You were the only
Yeah,
one
no,
who.
Yeah, we care.
It make the picture makes sense of Josh now. He was the last one.
It don't want to be seen.
Yeah, he's mutating. It's okay.
Uh,
It's normal. The cheapest is gonna become
It,
bigger.
it got
yeah,
the P virus.
Josh is the fish from The Simpsons that developed the third eye.
It's
Funny thing
okay.
is, apparently Elon Musk is trying to make those chips that you download your memories into, and you
Right.
can like
Yeah.
watch your memories and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that.
not.
But it's still a long way to get there. We're starting. We're starting. I see.
I could just
We're gonna
imagine.
make the real cyberpunk.
I could just imagine Josh like in Minority Report. You know, he's like on the chair, and all of a sudden you see Josh going.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Pedro Rodriguez. He's a
He's
piece
like
of porno.
he's recalling. He's like what's it called? That one DM.
Wait.
I think it was that DMX song where he's like. Keisha LaQuisha.
You know,
Going all through
Oh, what they want.
have you seen that VR meme? And those girls
No.
who start like playing VR games and then all of a sudden start watching porn and their boyfriends walk in.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
she's like
no.
going
I
like
haven't seen
this, and the guy just put up the fucking VR headsets. Like, oh, they're trying to fight off the guy, but it's stupid.
Oh, I've seen that.
That's
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah. But anyway, enough of that. Anyways, it was a stupid joke. Yeah, but I mean, let's see who can another company come in and start making chips.
Anyone can come in and make chips.
I mean,
It's that barrier to entry is pretty hard. It is because we're talking about like these chips are made directly from natural resources, right? A lot of these companies own the mines and all that, or they have like leases with the mine.
Which company is the one that just started making chips or started competing or trying to get in the market? I think it was.
Well, yeah. Well, I think you talked about it, but I think it was just GPUs. I think, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
GPUs and CPUs, not
No,
chips.
not chips.
No,
Yeah.
it's the AMD, or was it?
No. So they're making
Intel. Was it Intel?
No. They're making CPUs and GPUs.
Oh, okay.
But we're not talking about
Yeah.
that. We're talking about chips.
Okay.
Chips are totally different.
Yeah,
Alright,
chips.
my bad. I'm so ignorant on this. Anyways, let's move on to the next box again. So we have Nvidia here, talking about chips and stuff. They have a new mobile CPUs that brings ray tracing to cheap gaming laptops.
I don't give a fuck about that.
You definitely shouldn't, man. Like low trash ass ray tracing is worse than no ray tracing.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're gonna get trash ass ray tracing on trash ass laptops.
Yeah.
For people who want to buy the laptop, here you go.
The laptop is gonna blow up, man.
Exactly. I mean, shit. Look at trees.
It's just bad, man.
Yeah, put it on blast. No,
it's not about a 3050.
That 3050, yeah.
Definitely not worth it, man. Definitely not.
Yeah.
People say like, I'd rather buy a laptop than a PC. Like,
they do this like every generation. Like they come out and say, "Oh, look, this graphics card," and you get it, and it's like barely 30-40 frames.
Right.
And it's just like, why even waste my time with this?
So why is ray tracing important?
It's not. But
it's not. It's something that has been developed going into the new generation of gaming.
Yeah.
So just, I mean, now you get to see reflections that really mimic maybe what
real time.
Okay.
Real time reflection.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And then lighting as well, which is better because it actually whatever the character does, actually the shadow mimics what it actually does, and you're not having to create the shadow in order to mimic that model.
Yeah. All I know about ray tracing so far is that it's buggy as hell. It always gets in the way of the experience of actually playing the game.
I mean, I'll be honest. In terms of computation, right? Ray tracing is a hella advanced one step forward. You know, it's great. You know, it's one of those things where it's obviously a breakthrough, right? When it comes to that kind of stuff on a computer, just the calculation it takes is amazing. And the computing power it takes is amazing. The thing is, the way it's been implemented so far has not been amazing. And essentially, ray tracing, it's like I said, it's real time lighting, right? Every ray that bounces off that source of lighting that leaves the source of lighting will bounce off and scatter as it would in real life. And what that allows you to have is realistic windows, realistic water, realistic metal, realistic shine, everything, right? When it hits a wall, and when light hits a wall in real life, it doesn't just hit the wall and disappear. It hits the wall and it scatters and bounces off in multiple directions. So when you have ray tracing, it'll accurately do that, which is great. Like it's a great, advancement.
It costs so much,
right? The thing is that the computing power it takes to do it is so high, and that the games that implement it don't do it that well. That is kind of just annoying. Like it makes the games look really faded. A lot of times they're not as vibrant because of it. And they try to use DLSS to kind of mitigate all those problems. But it just doesn't work out that way. It just doesn't, So it's still not worth it.
So far, it's kind of pointless to just bring this shit to laptop.
I mean, it's not pointless, but it's just another selling point. That's what they're using it. It's like all you're gonna do is you're gonna cheapen the ray tracing, like because you're gonna put it into it's gonna be half-assed in a half-assed card on a super cheap half-assed laptop that's probably gonna break in 3 years, and then people are gonna look at it like, oh, it's not important. You know what I mean? But if they put it on the high-end cards, which it should be, and you got to see it all of it out of the way it should be displayed and the way it should work, you see like, oh, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty amazing, especially when it's like raining and foggy. That's when it really shines. That's when ray tracing really is like at its best. Is when there's water in the air and where there's glass around.
Yeah. Oh well. Good luck to all of you who's gonna buy this laptop.
So Spider-Man ray tracing was amazing. Could you
Last
imagine
of Us
having to
looks good.
render all those reflections from every building to building to building?
Right. And that's the thing. They can also bounce from one window to another window, which is
Yeah.
that's extremely difficult to do, like by hand for an artist.
Stop lying.
Which is why they fake it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the fake. Everything is fake.
Yeah, it's a fucking computer.
Yeah. No. Anyway,
Have you ever looked at any in-game video game mirrors? They look like shit.
Hell yeah.
Even if they give you a reflection, it's usually trash.
But it's
Yeah,
not
it's not
something
good.
that the normal gamer will actually be worrying about.
Well, the thing is that most people don't even notice it. So when they have ray tracing on, they won't even notice it anyway. They're just gonna be like, "Oh my god, this looks pretty."
Yeah.
yeah, most people don't even game at that high end anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's usually people who are willing to drop a lot of money because we would like to believe that this is gonna be a cheap gaming laptop, but let's face it, as soon as it gets hype, it's gonna shoot up like $300-$400.
Yep.
It is cheap gaming laptops be like $1,500.
Like that's so cheap, man. So cheap.
Right. Yeah, so that's what it is.
Just look at these graphics cards.
Yeah,
Dang.
3050 Ti. Oh well.
No.
We are in
I
a
don't want the
3080,
30.
39.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Anyways, because you guys
Oh,
want to talk so
gosh.
much about success and stuff like that, let's talk about Capcom having its best year so far, breaking profit records because of their games like Monster Hunter and Resident Evil Village.
it's as if you gave people what they wanted.
It's not even from there. It's just from Monster Hunter World.
I
From
just
that
said
point of
Monster
view, they-
Hunter and Resident Evil.
Yeah, but like I said, to be more excited, it'll be Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Rise, Resident Evil Village, like you said, and Resident Evil 3 remake. Only for those games, they
I just
they
said
have a
whatever.
only from those games they increase the net sales by 16% and the net income by 50% more, plus 56.3. So
It's as
the
if you give the people what they want.
I don't know why people want to buy this shit games. I understand Resident Evil, but
what you mean? They have it's one of the
Monster
best games
Hunter,
so
bro.
far.
Not even Andres plays that game. And he
Should
bought
I?
it.
Oh my god! These guys
I
are
mean, I bought Resident Evil 8, but for some reason it wouldn't start on my computer, so I had to refund it. Maybe later. But
Oh, you did? Okay.
yeah, but
That's fair.
I mean, it looks like from what I was seeing online, it looked pretty cool. When I get a chance to play it, I guess I'll play it when they decide. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just my computer, but yeah, like I said, I couldn't
Just
really
the
start
computer.
it. Yeah, I couldn't really start it, so I just refunded it through Steam.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3, I have yet to start that, but it looks pretty good. I mean, people say it doesn't look as good as 2, but so far I've
The
been
remake.
every time Capcom's released a game, it's been pretty hype. So I can see why they make.
Just the hype on me.
Yeah. The one thing about 3 is that people they're like, oh, it's way more action than 2. 2 is like the true horror, and 3 is a lot of action because of Nemesis. But it's like it still has its horror elements. Just same thing with 8.
Yeah, I heard 4 was
Yeah.
next. 4 is the 4 remake is next, but we'll see.
The 4 remake is next. So
One of the best games ever.
So Capcom, we need more Monster Hunter games. Please keep them coming. Ruben's gonna buy them all.
You know, it's crazy. They're still buying Monster Hunter World right now. They're still buying it. People are still buying it because it was one of the best games.
I mean, PlayStation ain't got Monster Hunter, so what else they got?
Is it like Monster Hunter
buying
like one of their selling points for PS4?
Well, Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It never. Those games never flopped. That's true.
Nah, because they had Nintendo to back them.
I mean, like if you think about the top games they have right now for PlayStation in general, think about Spider-Man.
Top selling game is Spider-Man.
They're like the ones that just recently
Spider-Man,
came out.
God of War.
Top franchise games that you say, okay, this is why you buy this console, or this is why you could buy this console and play these games.
If we're talking sales wise, is God of War, Spider-Man, The Last of Us, and Horizon. They sold way above 13 mil.
I mean, nobody's gonna buy a PS5 for Horizon, but
Horizon only sold like 11 mil.
Yeah, I mean,
over 10 mil.
Who bought Horizon and buy a PS5 at the same time?
PS5.
Well, it's not even out.
No, I'm saying like the bundle because it's the first game.
But it's not even out.
But but the Horizon.
Horizon, the
The
first,
Horizon, the second game is not even out.
No,
so
no, I'm
you
talking
talking
about
the
the
first
first one.
one. Like the first one.
people, 11 million people bought it.
With the console.
I mean, I'm looking at this. No,
Well,
what?
you don't know if they bought it with the console or not. But the thing is about PlayStation exclusives, when it comes to compared to the install base, they don't sell that much.
I mean, I'm looking at Capcom games. No wonder they changed Resident Evil. Look at the top selling Resident Evil. It's 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
If it
Well,
was
yeah, because
outright-
four was amazing, and then five wasn't bad. It's just people didn't like it was too action. 6, people thought it was gonna be like 5, and then the 6 was trash.
apparently people didn't care that it was more action because it's the best selling Resident Evil game still to this day.
4 and 5.
5 and 6.
Yeah, 6. I don't know about 6. 6 is so garbage. Like
5.
6,
People all talk about I want Resident Evil 2. Apparently not.
like yeah,
I think
Resident Evil
the-
4 and 5 are really good.
What's
But
it great
6
for
though, that
Village?
game.
What?
What's the grade they giving him for Village?
I think Village got an 8.
8.
Yeah.
But none of you have
Um,
played it so far, right?
No, I haven't played it. I've just been watching people play
I
it.
watched all of
Yeah,
it. I watched the
I
whole
watched
story.
Max
Uh,
Million play it.
I saw some people like quick scoping on the game, but
Oh, let's see. Monster Hunter World is their best selling
Right
game.
now, but it's
period.
17 million copies. It's
Yeah,
also
no,
Whoever's quick scoping on Resident Evil in his life.
Yeah, it's the best selling game, period. Like Monster Hunter World is their best selling game. It
Oh my God.
it passed Street Fighter 2.
I could just imagine the nerds that play that game. But
Hey. I
Look,
play
from
2
time to time,
different
I
characters.
when I just don't
I
have,
know. I just play like a hardcore.
when Andrews runs out of options to play, he's just like, fine, I'll play that game. So that's Andrews right there.
Okay.
No, that's good.
All right.
No.
People gave Resident on Steam, they gave it a 10 out of 10. Metacritic got an 84. Open Critic is an 84, so 80s.
So like 80.
Damn, dude. Dead Rising
No.
is trash.
Hell yeah!
let's
You
talk-
not remember that game, bro? Oh my god!
I mean, bro, Dead Rising 4 is their worst selling game of all time.
Dead Rising is
Well,
not good,
Yeah.
man.
Everybody never
Well,
will.
let's stop talking about
The only reason they kept making that is because Microsoft kept putting money in that.
Must have been.
Those games
Yep.
are not good, man.
Oh, it lost to Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Guys.
Oh,
they released that game before I
Like
was even born.
I would say the first Dead Rising was fun, but after that they were all garbage.
Dead Rising.
Apparently, the best selling Dead Rising game is Dead Rising 2.
Lies, but I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
still garbage.
People keep buying.
Those games are
Anyways,
fucking boring, man.
Talking about people buying stuff that they don't need, let's move on to the Pokemon card situation on Target and Walmart. It seems that they have temporarily put a ban on the selling cards, not just Pokemon cards. Also, I think we did talk about this last podcast where
We did.
Just an
there's
update for that.
NFL.
Oh, this is- Well, the thing that changed is
MLB.
that last week was temporary. This time, Target is stopping it permanently.
Oh, really? I thought-
Target.
Target is stopping it permanently. Walmart is not, but Target is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Target-
you could still buy it online though. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you
problem,
can
Yeah,
buy it
but only
but
online.
you
the
can't buy it
problem was
physically.
that especially with Target, someone pulled a gun out on someone outside for cards, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
bro, they're cards.
And they were getting in fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
cards.
like older
Like I
guys,
get it.
like,
You
they're-
you
they're
have a
in
chance
our-
of making some money, but like, come on, it's
I
a
know,
chance.
but it's just about the fights that they were having. Like,
So if they
people
start
are
fighting
like-
for TVs, they're gonna take TVs off the market.
and then they're gonna put it online.
Just put it online.
Then
When
we're
was the
gonna
last
have
time you
it.
heard someone pull a gun over a TV though?
Well, we
Not
all
TV, but
know-
from video games, yes.
We all seen the videos from Black Friday, so
Yeah, but that's Black Friday.
yeah, but still, it happened.
Yeah, but that's because it's a sale, not because of the item.
It's the
Right.
same thing.
No, it's not.
No.
same thing
But yeah,
with
for
this.
this is real sad right here. Like this is really sad.
I mean, we expected this, dude. We're expecting this because
This is
people
a-
are like,
this is a card game, and people are. Can I remember? I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago where a guy got killed over some Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he had like $3,000 with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards in his backpack, and someone stabbed and killed him for it.
Mhm.
It's all
Yeah.
about
Yep.
the money.
Yeah, this
Smart.
is really sad.
Dude.
This is really sad. I don't know why people are going like that.
These where we're going because people were stealing cars, fighting for it. So
Yes.
we knew what was gonna happen. So regardless, whatever.
You know what the funny thing is that employees can still take them home. They can still buy them
Of course.
ahead of time.
Yeah.
So, those people who were like making a big situation about all the employees are taking it and I can't.
There was this one
now they're
dude
deciding to take it.
who was salty because the employee was buying it before it opened because he had snuck in, and I'm just like, they can do that, my guy. You just salty. You're not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wait till 10 minutes before it opens, but you are allowed to buy it before it opens.
I'm just glad that we can still buy magic cards.
Yeah, no one cares about that.
Yeah, they just have them in there open already. I was like, you can take it. I'm gonna want them.
Pokemon is big, man. I told you, man. Nintendo, every so often, give it 3 to 5 years, Nintendo is always at the middle of something. Always at the middle of some bad. Always at the middle of some rush. As I said, like it's like every year.
We're gonna have to thank what's his name? One of the Paul brothers.
That statue is so fire.
Cake?
No, the other dude.
I know, right?
Yeah, Logan.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan.
The thing
Paul.
is that,
he
like,
made it popular.
Hey, look, in the 90s, you had the Pokemon craze. In the 2000s, you had the Wii. And you have like Pokemon Go. Now you have Pokemon cards. It's like clockwork for these guys. It's like every so often Nintendo causes some problem because their shit is just too popular. They need to stop with their marketing. The marketing is too strong.
If I would say, I would just start a challenge, bring your Pokemon cards challenge, and I would
it will make it worse. Trust me.
Yeah, nobody would do.
People get more south over.
Oh, we just started the same thing that people started about Yu-Gi-Oh in the 2000s. That the whole thing is diabolic and shit.
They thought the same thing about Pokemon, boy.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
I remember when we actually took Yu-Gi-Oh cards to school, and you have the supervisor of the school. You got the dean in front of the door checking everyone's backpack to make sure you don't have Yu-Gi-Oh cards when you leave in school. So there's this huge ass line of kids trying to leave school. Like around 3 p.m. or whatever. And he was checking everyone's backpack. When they found cards, they would just rip it in front of his face. It's diabolic. You can't have this.
It's actually funny that you say that because they did that at my school.
Mm-hmm.
And then, some of the parents had to remind them that one, they can't do that.
Yeah.
And then two, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like this massive lawsuit that there was a teacher who took some kids' Pokemon cards, it trashed them, and the parents sued the teacher, saying that like that was money you threw away. And
yep, that's a good job.
And the judge was like, "Yeah, you can't throw his shit away." And so the school had to pay out money to the parents.
Hey, let's go,
bro.
They used to do that, especially even with Game Boys. They would take it and put it in their desk. Yeah. But the same thing. It wasn't like a lawsuit, but it was the parents were complaining that like they don't have authority to take the Game Boys because they didn't pay for that shit. So they had to because they didn't even let them take it home. They just kept it in the office.
Yeah.
You know what they did? What my teacher did? Obviously, I let it borrow to one of my friends. My stupid friend started playing that because he told me, "Oh, I already finished my shit." So I let him borrow it. My dude came. The teacher asked him for the assignments. He hadn't done it. He took away the stupid little Game Boy, and then the bitch had the audacity to give it away to one of the top students in front of me.
That's hella illegal, dude.
Oh, that's
illegal. But yeah, that's a lawsuit.
She was like, "You want this Game Boy? I know you want it because you're the top student." And I was like, and the girl knew me. She just kept turning around, looking at me all fucking sad. And I just go like this, don't get it. But she kept insisting, "Oh, yeah, you can have it. It's free."
She would have got slapped right there in the spot.
Yeah, she would have sued.
I would have to hit her in the face, but whatever.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, like I said, like teachers have their hands tied. Remember, they can't really do much to students these days.
Yeah.
I mean, besides, I think to be honest, I think that's a lot for the teacher safety too. I mean, can you imagine like if a teacher, even if I was at middle school, if a teacher tried to spank me like they did back in the day, they would have called him. Okay?
Oh yeah.
We all know that's true. And I respect teachers. Okay, what they do is thankless. Okay, they need as much support as they can get, but you ain't expecting me in the middle of class. That's not
It's
with a
it's
ruler.
good.
ruler or paddle. I don't care what it is.
I mean, that's all style. Though. That's the old culture. We can have the same culture.
That's not saying like it's good that they stopped because the 21st century would have went down there.
I mean, they adapt to something else, but
Yeah, they had to pretty much do nothing, and that's what teachers are right now, doing nothing.
no, they learn. They don't have to care.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
that's the only weapon they have. Don't be there. Like you can teach your own damn kids. We'll
Right?
see. We'll see how well you do.
Funny.
What? Ruben.
Interesting.
Did they just freeze?
Wait. Oh,
that
I froze
Walmart
too?
connection.
Now,
I froze too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ray, you did
Walmart.
Wait, I can see myself.
Talking like
I can see
God,
myself
old
fine.
Walmart.
no anymore.
Walmart.
You guys were talking like Chinese, 70s Chinese movies.
Bro, I can see myself fine. I don't know what happened. Ruben's the only one who went froze to me. Well, whatever. Anyways.
Everybody froze for me.
Yeah, it's there now. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Everybody's fine on my and it's fine on the stream, so that's all that matters. So
Yeah,
keep
okay.
going.
All right. So you guys want to move on to movies now? Yes. All right, let's
Yo,
talk
this
about
diva,
movies.
this diva statue doesn't come out till next year, March, bro.
That's a pre-order.
Wow, fucking long.
I get good.
Yeah,
I forget
that is
about this
dope.
thing, bro.
It's dope.
You gotta be satisfied when you get it.
Yeah, I buy this now, and then like I'm not, and then like I forget about it. Like, what the hell is this?
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about it. It's like a bigger present for you.
But you know that's not the same one, right?
No, I know.
All right.
But I
I
got
know.
good news for you guys. It seems like Kobe's gonna be the new Space Jam. I wish. No, I mean it was being confirmed that Michael
Yeah,
Jordan.
I want to slap.
Yeah, I know.
That's not cool, man.
What the fuck? That's not even offensive or anything. I'm just saying, look, Michael Jordan is gonna be the new Space Jam in one way or another. It's not gonna be him.
Give me a cameo.
Yeah, it's not gonna make a cameo. It's just like it's just gonna appear as one of the bad guys, as a robot or some shit like that. I don't know if you haven't seen the trailer. I think it comes out right there.
I guess.
I mean, they're still using his likeness. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just the face of Michael Jordan and a big body of yeah. It's just the only way. I'm sorry.
Look, I'll be real. I have a feeling this movie's gonna be bad.
The story is gonna be bad.
Space Jam 1 didn't need a sequel. The lesson was already there. Hey, what else do you need to say? What else
I don't
do you
know.
need to show?
When I saw
They
the
won.
trailer, it's dumb.
That's what I'm saying. Like they won already. What more do you need to do? Win more?
With the more.
I mean, I think they're trying to learn like don't trash talk the goats. That's what they're trying.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
To me,
I don't know.
This Space Jam movie is pretty much just a marketing ploy.
yeah.
Because if you look at it, right, they're just throwing mad bunch of characters in one movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they could at least come up with a new, refreshing story. It all comes down to him like them finishing playing in a fucking basketball court with LeBron James. Anyway,
what else you gonna do? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Like you got a duel.
you're
Because,
gonna do it. Yeah, but I mean, at least the story was different, and obviously it led to a duel at the end. But it had to be the different characters.
It was a good
A
guy. It
different
was a bad
stake.
guy trying to control the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You had to duel to stop him.
Yeah,
that was pretty much
Play some card games. That's it, yo.
But at the
That was
beginning,
pretty
it
much
was-
all.
Let me get your
at
Rob
the-
real
At
quick.
the beginning, it was rescuing like Yu-Gi-Oh's granddad. The world was at the deadline. The second movie was about what the world and about their souls. I know their friends' souls because they got taken away.
Keep going.
And then after that, I didn't watch them anymore because
So the first one.
You
was
want
all-
you to point to the shadow round, basically.
Yeah.
So you're saying the first one, the soul of someone they love got taken away, and they had to save
it
it.
just one.
Ray High Ray
And
Sauron.
then,
the second one-
and then the second one, the souls of the soul people that they care about, that they got taken away, and they had to save them.
No, I know, but this was different. And your bro.
Now
Okay.
you wonder why I get mad at Ray.
They had new cars, but other than that, it was pretty much the same.
Yeah, but it was.
It's the same thing with this. Like you solve all your problems with basketball. They solved their problems with bully. You solve all your problems with basketball.
Yeah, but this is just
Could you imagine like someone like is someone stole from you and you're like, yo, I'll do you for it back. Let's go. Or someone's trying to like do some
Bro,
bullshit to
that's
you. You're like,
something
hold on,
that would
we gotta
actually
do it
happen
for
on the
this.
fucking program.
Now, to be fair, the anime and the American version did cut out a lot of stuff. Like there was that one
Oh, they
time,
did, yeah.
I think was it Teo was about to get sexually assaulted.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Yugi f***ed him up.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
like he mind crushed them, and then they were just out. I was like, that's crazy. The Japanese one was more magical than the English one, but at the same time, it was still using cards, all that. So
And can you imagine like someone's trying to take your girl and you're like, he's like, yo, I'll do you for her. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Say no more.
The one thing I never thought was fair was like you had people like Merrick and Yugi and Kaiba, and they could like deal with the Shadow Realm, but like no one else could.
And Mefora.
Yeah, so they could be like, oh, let's do a
and
Shadow
Pegasus
Duel.
good.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, let's do a Shadow Duel, and then like they'd be like just chilling in the Shadow Realm, and everyone's like, oh shit, I'm about to faint and shit. Like, I was like, that's not fair. Like, of course they're not gonna win. You kind of set them at a disadvantage from the start.
Hey man, prophecy.
Yeah, that's BS.
They're not a part of the prophecy.
Nah, they were like that.
They're the reincarnations of the pharaoh.
And they like said they like Yami cheated in the last Zo Yugi. I showed her like he's like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice my Jack King and Queen's Knight to summon Slifer, but they never left the field. Then he sacrificed him again. I'm like, no, like they're supposed to be gone. I was like, oh man, he was like, yo, they cheating their ass off, dude.
Yeah, cheating for Yugi.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating if the other player doesn't call it.
And then they had the ultimate cheat code. He was like, oh, the Pharaoh is bending fate. I'm like, no, this is not fair.
This is the ultimate cheat. He's like, oh, that's cheating. I don't care. I have money.
Yeah. And then imagine how trash you gotta be to you cheated, you bend fate, right? So you can get any card you want, and you still lose. And you still
That's
lose.
the ultimate loser. That's the ultimate loser right there.
Having all the universe on your side, you still lost to a 13-year-old kid, my guy.
He lost to,
and
You're
you were carrying that kid the whole time.
Yeah,
and having all the 3 gods.
3,000 years of experience, and you lost. Amazing.
And you had all the 3 gods on your card.
He had all 3 goggles.
Yeah.
In the universe.
I mean, the difference is that the way they build it to get to those points is what makes a difference.
I mean, this is a movie. That's a show. They got like years to build the show. They got like 2 hours to build it.
Nah, the movie. What the hell? They've been thinking about this for like years already.
How much of that could they actually show, though?
This should have been Kobe a while back, but Kobe was too busy winning rings.
I mean,
I don't know what's Yugi no more.
I don't even think there should be a Space Jam now. I can only imagine what they think back then.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what the crazy thing is? People hate like that because like I told you, this is pretty much a marketing ploy movie. But did y'all know that Space Jam started as a commercial?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
it was. I think it was a Nike's commercial.
Yeah, it was. It was
Bugs
supposed
Bunny
to
showed up.
promote. It's supposed to promote one of the sneakers.
Yeah, one of the Jordans. And then
Mhm, the
people
11.
liked it so much, it was like, okay, we'll
Why do you make a movie with that? Yeah.
I mean, see, but that's the difference, right? That's the difference between 90s writers and 2020s writers, okay? 1990s writers, they actually gave a shit about making a movie out of a commercial. In 2020, they don't give a shit. It just makes them.
They were saying copy and paste. Let me copy and paste real quick.
No, because I was saying it's like because Space Jam was probably based off a commercial, but in the 90s, that movie pretty much went down in history, as a legendary movie, right? Everybody knows what Space Jam is. What Space Jam? But I guarantee you the second one is not going to be on the same level.
No, what the fuck?
It's not.
It's just going to be like one of those movies. You know what? It's just going to be like the Lion King 2. Nobody knows about it. That even exists.
That's true.
I didn't know that shit existed until like when my
second Disney movie.
When my little cousin.
I saw a movie called Lion King 2.5. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Bro, Kingdom Hearts. Nomura made it.
Leave it to Square.
Mulan 2 trash. Little Mermaid 2 trash.
And you know why they're trash? Because they didn't create these stories.
Nope.
They just jacked that shit.
They didn't care about them, so.
Every Disney princess is a stolen story. Like, it's crazy.
Much.
Because we don't know the
Yes.
People don't know the original.
Yeah. I mean, all
Yeah, think
the
about it.
original ones, but I think there's a new one. Well, there's been new ones. I think that was originally created, but
I mean,
Oh,
I
the
can't.
frog,
huh?
the frog one.
No, not
The
the
frog
frog
No,
one.
one.
She's
That's not
actually
original. Yeah.
the
No,
original.
that's not original. I know it's
based
not.
on
No.
yeah.
I think
Look,
the
I'm waiting for Sleeping Beauty
that
too.
girl with the long hair. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Rapunzel's
Sleepy
not
Brother.
her either. That's actually from another
Yeah.
story too.
Yeah, like a lot of these Disney princesses, they jack that shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I saw all they need to do is give me Sleeping Beauty 2.
Even Elsa, Elsa is not even original. Elsa is not original at all.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah,
Well, the
it's
name
from.
is, but
Well, the name is, but you know
Yeah, but then
who she's based off of is not.
yeah.
And she was actually a bitch.
Most of them were.
Yeah, she was not. But the Ice Queen, she was a fucking bitch, man. Oh my god, like she was worse than Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, Rob Stillsy was a mad douche.
I guess I was like, wow, that's crazy. They based her off of her. Wow.
Oh no, they heavily toned down these movies.
No, I know that, but like the fact that they made that and made it a kiddie, like you know, they did all those like folk tales were not for kids, and they turned into kids for something for kids.
Oh,
It's crazy.
oh, let's move on
But
to.
then you want to make then you want to make a Cinderella movie, you get sued by Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard about the Cruella movie coming out pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't give
Giving
a
her
fuck about that movie.
they're giving her the Maleficent treatment, of course.
Yeah, I don't. That movie looks really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm actually surprised they got Emma Stone as Cruella de Vil. I was hoping.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I mean, she has the face for it. It's just I was expecting someone older.
Yeah.
I mean, Emma
but I
Stone is
guess
like in her 30s.
for an
you know?
origin story, I get it.
No, I was thinking like 40s, bro, because Cruella de Vil is like ancient in the TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is
Yeah,
this is like a prequel thing.
Yeah,
I mean, but damn, that much of a prequel? Do you really care about Cruella in her 20s?
We'll see. We'll see her acting. You know.
Yeah, Emma Stone's she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong, she's good. I'm just saying that like I didn't expect it to be that far back. I was expecting like, middle-aged Cruella because like she's old usually.
No, everyone
Well,
cares.
yeah.
Only cares about the middle
But I
age one.
think in the original story, like Corella like actually talks about like her, how like she becomes herself and like how she was young. Like I don't think it was like a specific age, but like she was like saying like she was young when it happened. So like because she goes by a different. Obviously, that's not her government name, right? So like she named herself Cruella de Vil, and so that moniker stick. Yeah.
Either way, we'll see if this movie is good. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Either way, let's move on to I guess Andres has seen. That's the only one who's seen this series, right?
What?
Oh yeah.
Me, Master of the Universe.
No.
Unless Andres knows
He-Man.
some people we don't know about.
No.
He-Man.
No, I saw Castlevania.
Oh my bad.
I didn't see He-Man.
Yeah,
I
this
thought it
is
was
He-Man.
He-Man's. Okay. Has anyone seen the trailer?
Not even come out.
What about the trailer?
So trailer hasn't come out either. So
Hasn't
what
come
they
out yet.
released-
Oh my
Just
God.
the images.
What
Sneak
Netflix released was about 8 pictures or scenes from the show.
Yeah.
And it's only part 1. So I think there's only 5 episodes in part 1, and then I think we're getting another 5 episodes in part 2. And and it's directed and curated by Kevin Smith. And because it's curated and directed by him, since he knows a lot of fucking people in the industry, he was able to get Mark Hamill to voice Skeletor. He was able to get like a lot of famous people to voice like these characters, which is really cool. The animation for what I see from the stills, the animation looks on point. Like it looks pretty good.
Can you tell animation by stills?
No, well, from what I see, right? But
The picture.
Art style, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
I mean, to be
dig-
fair, like if you put that much detail in the drawing,
right?
probably animated
Right.
good.
I mean, these are just stills. Like these are just things that they paused on. So I can imagine.
The art style is real clean though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
Real clean.
Yeah. So to me, I feel like they went, and I know Kevin Smith he was one of the guys that's like he's an actual like Masters of the Universe fan, like to the point where like he goes to those cons of like the Master Universe cons.
Yeah.
And he's like a spokesperson in it. Like he's been like trying to vie his way into like that universe for so long that it finally happened for him. And so like he's a super big fan, and the guy who owns the property of Master Universe, he's a super fan. He's like even a bigger fan than Kevin Smith is. So like they wanted to make this shit like really perfect. And so like I know like Kevin Smith was, I listened to his podcast and his streams that he does with like Batman on Batman. And well, it's called Batman Beyond now. But like they talk about like kind of like we talk about like pop culture, comics, movies and stuff like that. And sometimes he'll talk about it, and I mean, from what he's saying, he's like, I just really want to make an interesting story that like kind of expanded that universe, because I mean, we saw like a little bit of that universe, but like we never saw the expansion of it, or really like in the 80s we didn't really see the expansion of that universe. So he's like, I want to like go balls out with this shit and actually expand it to the point where like you know about the world of it, like you don't just know Castle Grayskull and just that area alone.
That's good. I mean, that's good. I mean, like I said, but to be fair, the reason why a lot of people don't know about He-Man like that is because it hasn't really been around like that.
Well, yeah.
So like the most thing people would know is Castle Grayskull, Skeletor, Evelyn, and
right.
He-Man, and She-Ra.
I mean, there's a fan base, right? Because they wouldn't do conventions just solely based on He-Man if there wasn't a fan base, right?
Oh no, of course, I agree. I just think that like when it comes to like the masses, I think that you really only get like the main characters, and then that's it.
Yeah, I love it. They brought it back. That's what I love.
Hey man,
Skeletor. What it is
about chicken.
And then they're also bringing.
That's a Skeletor.
That's Skeletor.
Right? Skeletor. Yeah, Skeletor. He was funny as shit in Robot Chicken, bro.
Yeah.
but what's it called? He what's also why I feel like it's gonna bring people in is that the star power behind the voices. Because I mean, Mark Hamill even like tweeted on his things like, "Hey, I'm Skeletor." So like, and just seeing that alone on his page like brings people in, right?
Yeah.
Like when they start like these famous people start posting like, "Hey, I'm this character." I think She-Ra is Buffy, the what's her name? The Buffy actor. She's the voice of She-Ra. Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar is the voice of She-Ra. I forgot who else. Like just like all the other characters, like really famous people.
Yeah, I remember that monkey show.
Which one?
That monkey show. See if you do.
Monkey
Mark
show.
Hamill? Yeah, Mark Hamill was in. Let's see if you remember the name of it. Long ass fucking name.
Is it that was it Super?
Yeah, Super Robot Monkey.
Right.
Super
yeah.
Robot Monkey theme.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh yeah.
That show was popular because he was in that show.
Right.
Damn.
That's a long ass fucking name. It's like
I don't remember that.
The longest fucking name in the world.
I totally forgot about that show.
Yeah, I love that show, bro.
But I mean, just him alone, right, brings you in. I mean, but hearing about even other famous artists and
should have got Cameron Conroy.
I think they did.
In He-Man.
Yeah, in He-Man, because Kevin Smith is friends with both of them. So I think he has a role as well. Kevin Conroy has a role as well. I just don't know which character he is.
Let's see if what he says is legit. Keep talking.
Yeah, because I think Kevin Smith did it on his podcast, and he revealed that.
He is in it. Yep.
Yeah.
He's Merman. He's Merman, the fish dude.
Yeah, there you go, Merman. Yeah.
Cameron Conroy.
Merman?
Yeah, Kevin Conroy.
That's what's up.
He's Small Abomination.
Yeah, this is one crazy ass cast.
I'm telling you, this cast
That's
is
a really big cast.
stacked as fuck, dude. Like it's crazy
Oh,
how much
hopefully this show.
famous people are in the are in this show. Like it's crazy. So I feel like like just them alone and them and those actors announcing like who they are in that show just brings people there, and especially since it's under the Netflix, moniker or brand. Like you're on. I mean, shitload of people already have Netflix, so you're just gonna get a shitload of eyes on it.
And
Yep.
Netflix they do really well when it comes to the animation. So
Right.
Castlevania.
that you can trust when it comes to the
Yeah,
Netflix.
because shit, they did not do justice to fucking Jupiter's legacy.
Oh, that trash.
Oh man, bro, it's
Yeah,
Like
like
he started disappointing,
Voltron was great the first like few seasons. Then it started getting dumb.
yeah. I mean, but
It
like,
was still a great show.
but
After
like
before those
I
seasons.
barely saw Jupiter's legacy, and I tell me why. Like in the middle of that season, I fell asleep and I woke up.
Wow,
Like I
you
probably
fell
missed like
asleep. Wow.
3 I think I missed like 2.5 episodes or
I'm
3
not gonna lie to
episodes, and it
you
was
though.
still playing.
I never cared for that character, so I didn't even bother.
It's not a character; it's the comic book.
You talking about the is that maybe I'm probably mixing up the shows.
Yeah, Jupiter's Legacy is that superhero show that from Mark Millar. So it's like it's actually a mature rated superhero series.
Yeah, I'm definitely
So
mixing up the shows.
So think about The Boys, but just in a different universe, right?
What's
And
that
they
show,
actually
Ken? The girl with the red hat for the '90s that they remade.
Carmen
The red
Sandiego.
what?
You know that girl with she wears all red and she has the it's from the '90s and they remade it on Netflix.
Oh yeah. Where in the world's Carmen San Diego?
Yeah, that's
Her,
what I just said.
Yeah.
I didn't care about that. Like, I didn't care about that character at all, so I just didn't even care about that show.
Right, but
No, I think Carmen San Diego was I think she was like a small skit in another show, but people liked her so much that they made her own show about
right,
it. Yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I don't care about the character, so I didn't even care about the show.
right, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, but Jupiter's Legacy was based on a well known comic book. Like it was actually like a really liked comic book, but man, dude, that shit was a bore fest. even with its mature rating, like I mean, you don't really see anything that out there like The Boys or Invincible. Like
They just curse and get naked.
they don't even get naked, bro.
That's whack.
Bro, then, like I don't. The only
at least
the
in
only reason,
Castlevania, they get butt.
yeah, well,
I don't
but
care.
what I don't understand about the mature rating, you guys are not gonna see it, so it doesn't really matter. So
What?
there's an alien dude that's I mean he's on the fucking like when you hover over Jupiter's Legacy, you see the alien dude, and one of the superheroes, which is like the son of the main superhero, he smashes his face in, and so he has like a hole in his face, like it's just punched in, and that is the reason why for the mature rating. That was like the
That's
only
it?
gore.
That's it.
That is
Wow.
that is the only gore that
So
was
that
in that
episode
fucking
should have been
right,
sure.
and it should have been PG-13. Really, like the series. I missed 2.5 or maybe 3 episodes and I slept through it, and I woke up to whatever and kept watching whatever till I woke up to, and I felt like I didn't miss anything.
Speaking of, Castlevania's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I heard it was pretty good. Well, I heard the beginning was really slow and the ending was good.
The ending.
Netflix.
The
We're
ending.
talking about
I'm
Netflix.
not without spoiling anything. The ending was fucking amazing.
Look, just tell me this: does Hector get his revenge?
Hector.
Andres.
Yeah.
Tell me
That's
that.
hard. That's hard to say.
Oh, okay. Okay, just tell me this: those 3 chicks die, and Hector lives. Just tell me that.
Oh yeah. Man.
Oh, so Hector dies too?
No.
Oh, okay. He's still cool. Okay, so they lose powers. Fantastic.
All the girls will die.
Wait, do those 3 chicks win?
Weapon?
Do they win?
I mean, he's pretty much told the whole
No.
story now.
Okay, cool. As long as they don't
Okay,
win.
they got delayed. That's like it.
Something fucked up happens to all three of. Well, something happens to two of them, and the other two are like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Only two.
But the story doesn't even really like where it goes. You're just like, what the fuck? And I don't know what they did with the ending. Really feels it reflects the
It
video
feels
game.
like how, yeah, I was about to say that. It's like how they fucked up the game.
Yeah. So it really
How
reflects
they
because like
completely
at that
went
point,
left.
yeah, because at that point when you're going to those last two episodes, you're just like, what the fuck? You're like, this is shit that you expect in a video game, and I didn't expect it in the series.
Okay. Damn, that's up.
And then the only thing that I will say at certain parts, the animation or like the side faces are a little wonky. Like they're like not really drawn well. But then when it goes to the last two or last three episodes is when you see the animation get a little bit better.
So
Yeah.
they had to budget that shit, huh?
Yeah, you could tell because I was just like,
Remember Legend of Korra, the last season? How that shitty ass animation the last season? Oh
yeah,
my
but
Is it Korra the
the
whole
thing is
series?
for me, like when I
The whole series didn't
when I
have
saw
bad
it,
animation though. It was the last season.
Bad everything else.
but for me when I saw it, I was just like, why would you cheap on the animation? The series did fucking phenomenal. So like, why are you cheaping on
Well,
the series? But
animation
then
is pretty much all
but
the
yeah.
money
But the
goes.
thing is, they turned this animation around pretty fucking quick. So then that's where I was like, yeah, they kind of did this pretty fucking fast. So I get it.
Yeah. They probably hire some new people too. You know.
Yeah.
They do
Well, but
send these overseas to get animated.
No. This is animated in Texas.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
The whole thing.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He-Man. Can we talk about
But yeah.
those triceps, bro? That shit is crazy.
Did you see his torso?
Yeah. He looks.
That's a ball right there.
Look, not
To
human.
be
He looks not
honest,
human, dude.
when I heard
Yo,
about He-Man,
Skeletor. He you know
It
he
look-
uses his right arm a lot because his left is weak, bro. Look at that.
when I first saw He-Man,
I got no definition.
I thought he was just that like really cheap version of Hercules.
Isn't it?
He-Man?
No, that's
He-Man?
what I thought when I was a kid.
You know what's really crazy?
He-Man.
You know what's really crazy too? Prince Adam is already buff as shit. Why do you need to get more buff? you see this dude riding around on that stupid tiger, dude? He's just like he's like buff as shit. And he's like, I have the power. I'm like, why do you need more? It's like you're buff, you're a prince. What else do you need? It's crazy, man.
I mean, just
Hey,
running around.
you gotta fight Skeletor, bro. You gotta bring all the Pokemon, bro.
Oh shit, this shit is crazy, man.
That's kind of funny, though.
Well,
we got one more topic.
let's move into, I guess, the topic of the day. I'm just kidding. Let's talk about Venon's new trailer. Let there be Carnage. That's what the undertitle is, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys thought about the trailer itself?
That was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Funny.
I didn't like the intro of the trailer.
Nah, I look
I was
boring.
like,
when Venom is
that
cooking?
That shit was
He's making a
so.
breakfast.
Yeah, making a breakfast for
Yeah,
him.
cooking the fucking
Well-
breakfast. Hey, and did they change his voice?
Nah, it's the same.
I
It's still,
felt no, Venom.
yeah,
No,
it's the
Venom's
same.
voice.
It's still Tom Hardy. Yeah.
It sounded so fucking starkly different. Like it took me off. I was just like,
It's exactly the same.
Yeah. It's still Tom Hardy,
I
man.
don't know. I know, but whatever, like whatever voice changer they used, like it just sounded different in my ear for this time. Like I was just like,
but it is
that's
the
weird.
same
Yeah.
sound. I mean that was funny. I mean this is pretty much what Venom is. It's a
They were
funny.
They were giving a lot of Easter eggs in the trailer, though.
Yeah, I mean, people want this to be rated R, but I don't think it's gonna be rated R. But I mean,
No.
it's Carnage. I mean, you can't really make a non.
Carnage rated R.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
make a Carnage movie and not be rated R. He is
crazy.
a
Yeah.
serial killer.
Kills
He
everything.
is a psychopath. He doesn't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing that I don't like. As you see on this poster, I don't like the design.
Of
You can tell,
I
you can
Carnage?
tell
actually
without that like that influence of Spider-Man. These designs are going a little left.
okay, so I will actually contradict you on that. So I actually like the design. What I don't for me, I also as like a huge Carnage fan. What for me where they fucked up was the color scheme of them.
Yeah,
So the design is fine for me. The color scheme is where they fucked it up. Like they
he
put
looks
like
like
a sepia filter over him,
you
and
know it's
then
like like when you like you actually have like a really like when you throw up a lot.
right.
Oh
That's what he
no.
looks like he's covered.
But
That's what he looks like
I
he's
like
I mean,
covered.
all this can change though, because he's pretty much just CGI. So
Yeah.
they could
right,
go in
but
and
it
just make
just
him more red.
right. But they make it more red, but they are forgetting the black. Like the blood
Yeah,
is mixed in
That
with
too, yeah.
yeah.
the blood is mixed in with the symbiote.
Right.
So it's just like it's black and red, and you don't see any black in him other than the shadows.
Yeah, he's not
His
even.
Yeah.
teeth is his teeth are supposed to be black, and it's not. They're like actual teeth. And then so that's where like I was just like I wish they would have done that, but whatever. Like beggars can't be choosers. But
And this is the first time we see Carnage on screen. So
yeah. So I mean, again, it looks fine to me design wise, but it just for me the coloring is off.
Well, for me, the reason why I don't like it design wise is because he does it like it started. I mean, I guess they still have the symbiote powers, but
Right.
it's starting to get a little ridiculous. Like,
Why?
it's like they have we like in the comic books or even in the like animated shows, they still have basic like limitations and structures because the humans underneath.
Right.
But if you saw that trailer, Carnage looked like he didn't really have any limitation.
Yeah.
He was kinda, yeah, he still overall kept the underlying human underneath him, like in this picture.
Right.
But he was stretching out all parts of his body for all different kinds of reasons, and I was just
Well,
like,
because
"This is
even even in the comics, like if you compared Venom to Carnage, Venom was making axes out of his fucking hand, was
yeah,
doing like all these different types of shit that Venom wasn't doing. Venom wasn't creating fucking weapons out of his hand and shit like that. Not
Carnage
in
was doing all that shit.
Carnage was
yeah,
yeah,
he was
but,
doing all that
yeah, but
because Eddie Brock lacked that imagination. He lacked that the psychosis where fucking Carnage did not, because this fool was so fucking psycho again, serial killer. He was imagining all the shit that he used to kill fucking people. So like that was the difference.
yeah. No, I just look at it, I was just like, man, I
That
don't
looks like tentacles or whatever.
I really don't like
Well,
it.
but again, that in the comics, that's how it comes out, because he comes out every time, even if you look at new renditions and colorings and whatever
Those
designs
are always
of
out like
Carnage.
that.
No, I'm not talking about
shit, the
particularly
blood.
about that. I'm talking about like just the fact that it's like I said, because even you're right, he turned his hands into axes and all that hammers and blah blah. But the thing is that it was always like a symbiote and a human. You know what I'm saying? In this one, it seems like he's more of a symbiote than a human. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
Well, that's hard to say though, because
I think because
again,
of
like,
color, right?
well, no, it's not the color for me. Well, that's not the point. The point is, for me, like that's hard for me to say, because even in the comics design, he's like a skinny, lanky dude. He's not a buff cake machine like fucking Venom is, right? Even like, let's say the other ones like Scream and Toxin and those characters body types are totally different.
Yeah.
So, and then Carnage at one point, if we're talking about like absolute Carnage, he doesn't even form the human body anymore. Like this fool is just fluid. So like the body is like not even underneath. Like it looks like it's not even underneath, but just because that of the power of like the that he just acquired that makes him do whatever all stupid shit. So like even that like his Carnage has been so just a weird symbiote altogether because he doesn't mimic what we typically know as the famous Venom, right? Rendition of Venom. Even when Peter Parker had the symbiote, it would still look like a human, right?
Yeah.
He went with Eddie Brock, and he just looked like a jacked ass human.
Yeah.
And then, but even if you look now at the newer rendition of Venom, what does he have? This fool has bat wings now. and
I mean,
and
you mean Carnage?
no, Venom. Eddie
Okay.
Brock Venom. So if you going to the Donny Cates run of Venom, he actually can make a sword. He has Venom. He has bat wings. He has like all this shit now that he wasn't able to do because why now? Because he's actually able to communicate with his symbiote because now they have a dialogue. So now he's able to do all this crazy shit with his
No, but
symbiote.
that's what I'm saying. Not the crazy shit. It's just the degree to which he's doing it in this movie is what's getting me.
But
Like,
again,
'cause he was like covering
shit.
like the whole. He's like when he was like at the end of the trailer, he was like covering like the whole building with himself. I was just like, that's
The whole
way too
building?
much.
I
Not the
didn't see
whole
that.
building, but I mean, like he was stretched out so far compared to what he usually does. I was just like, I don't know about this one. It's gotta get outlandish.
I mean,
I mean, symbiotes do that at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, because again, and Josh is correct because
No,
technically,
but what I'm saying is that it's a limitation that I
But
worry
they
about.
defy, they defy. Look at
get
when
you.
look at when like when the symbiote like opens his mouth that stretchy like that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like
It-
I don't mind him doing it, right? Like you turn the hand into an axe, but if he turns the hand into an axe the size of a skyscraper, that's a different story. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah, like,
I get
that's
you
where I'm having.
on
That's the
that.
problem I'm having. Yeah,
I get you, but the thing is when he's spurting out the symbiote, you also have to remember that the symbiote, Carnage's symbiote, is totally different to Venom's, right? Because his is actually blood that's covering his fucking body, and then the symbiote within that are both mixing. That's why you get the black and the red. And so his symbiote acts more like a fluid, while Venom's is more like more like web strands more than anything. So it just that's where I maybe like you're not remembering is that his is more like a liquid while and a fluid rather than Venom's. Venom's has always been like this strand, like a sticky strand that always comes out of his body.
I mean, even still, it ain't that much fluid in a human body, man.
Yeah, but if we're talking about blood is like you if I cut my jugular, that shit sprays out everywhere, right? That's the shit, right?
Droplets spray out.
No, it would spray. Like it would fucking spray because his blood is especially the jugular, right? But it would
Yeah.
spray out. If I cut my wrist, obviously it's gonna.
I don't know, man. Like, cause like I was already on the fence about Cassidy, Woody Harrelson, because he looks kind of jank.
Yeah, he looked
but
jank, but did you see they
Carnage
changed?
also look jank.
Right, but do you see they changed the hairstyle and then
Yeah, he's
the
not wearing
director?
that nasty ass wig anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see why? So I guess the director said is because they wanted you. If you notice when they first showed that hair was when he first got in, and then so what we see is like him actually before getting the Carnage symbiote, and then so it's just him being more menacing and more like more into psychosis, and then
Yeah.
so like he that was to make him look goofy, and then the newer scene of him is to make him more menacing, more in his psychosis, more threatening.
Yeah.
Because he looks a little more sharp now.
Yeah.
So just that was that's what the director said. He wanted you to see that there was a progression.
Also, I'm looking at the trailer. That sepia looking color, I think that's just the lighting because there is a beam of light behind him, and that's making him look orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's even if it was the lighting behind him, you shouldn't see the same coloring in the front down to his
Well, you don't
bottom
really see much in the
abdomen.
front. All you see is darkness.
You see darkness, but you still see the hints of that sepia. That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
it's not sepia. Even in another shot, it was red. The shot before that, it was red. It wasn't sepia. Sepia
Alright.
is legit like a yellowish brown color. He's yeah. It's the lighting.
We'll see.
I mean, but when he was attacking the helicopter in the car, he was also orangish. He wasn't red.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I didn't like it.
yeah. I don't. He looks like throw up.
It looks like horchata.
He looks like vomit. Yes, he's like vomit.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey, but I think you think it's Spider-Man. There's not gonna be a cameo here, right?
No, there is. This is confirmed.
Oh, okay. By the end.
If it's probably gonna be an after credit scene, and then he's gonna be probably a part of the third movie.
Yeah, walking by.
Shit.
Yeah, cause they want Tom Holland to be a part of these movies too.
What do you guys think about the shitty? Well, the dry humor they have in the scenes. You know when
I don't give
they're
a fuck, bro.
cooking and shit like that.
They're always gonna do that. 'Cause they want to be
Yeah,
part
it
of
is what it
Yeah.
is.
I don't care, man. If it makes me laugh, it makes me fucking laugh.
Yeah, because I mean, in the original Venom movie, there were some scenes that made me laugh, and there was others that just did not. Good,
Yeah.
right? There were some cheesy ass scenes, like I said in the intro of that trailer, I just did not like that little. Oh, I'm cooking, blah blah blah, blah in the mirror, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, and I'm kind of getting frustrated and annoyed. It's just like,
It is the first
I didn't-
trailer, and like, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah,
Usually,
right.
there's been trailers that were trash, and the movie was good, but then there's been trailers that were really good, and then the movie's
Right.
trash. So
I mean, hopefully we
take
get
it
a
for what it's
second
worth,
credit.
yo.
This is Sony making.
I'm not
the-
trying to judge it too much just based on that trailer.
yeah, me
But
neither.
the
Again,
trailer
I would
looked
have to see the movie.
okay. It wasn't like the end all be all. It's like whatever to me.
Nah, Carnage looks like shit.
Wait. Who owns Venom?
Eddie
Sony.
Brock.
No. But I mean,
Oh, you mean as
Disney or
Sony.
Sony? Okay,
Sony.
Sony.
They own all the Spider-Man
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So,
movie rights.
Just Marvel's in association.
So Sony doesn't have-
That's with the Spider-Man.
Imagine if this whole shit pandemic thing is still going on. And what do you think Sony's gonna do if they can't release it on theaters? Just imagine if they go, oh, you can only watch it. You can only watch it on PlayStation.
Yeah, you're right, bro. They won't even give those guys good internet, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
They're gonna wait and then put it on theaters later. That's it. They already have.
They're still gonna release it in theaters.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
they're not gonna.
there are states that have been fucking releasing movies even in the midst of the fucking pandemic. So
now that a lot of things are opening up now, like they're gonna
Yeah.
release it. Bro.
Yeah, but
especially
that's Cali, though.
especially how
You heard what's
Like,
going on in Ohio, right?
A lot of
Yeah.
businesses are saying that if you ain't vaccinated, then you ain't even coming in.
right, but
Yeah.
there's I mean
Well, they're making a
California
law.
right now.
Well, they're gonna start checking like 500 people at a time. Like,
Wait,
just to
hold
go
on.
in.
And-
No, you heard about the law, right?
What?
The law they're trying to pass it. Okay, they're trying to pass indiscrimination law that you cannot discriminate people whether they have taken the vaccine or not.
No, you can't. Like,
No.
Yeah.
They're trying to
You-
pass a
You can
law
right now.
where
You're saying you
don't
you
have to
can't.
ask. You know how they give you a little card at the end when it says, "Oh,
yeah.
Right.
you got 2 vaccines." They say that they want jobs and places not to discriminate against those people that don't have it.
Oh yeah, I mean
I disagree.
I disagree too.
I get it, but then you also have that caveat right in the back where it's like, well, if I hire you without knowing that, whether you have the vaccine or not, I might be endangering my workforce, right?
Yeah.
So it's just there's that caveat, like, well, I'm not doing it out of like prejudice or like knowing out. I'm looking out for my fucking company.
I mean, that's essentially what it comes down to. It's like people are only of not wanting to take the vaccine because
Right.
they don't feel responsible for what they do, right?
Right.
If you force the responsibility on them, they'll take the vaccine. Like if you go out there and be like, hey, for every person that you spread it to, and you can trace this, for every person you spread it to, you gotta pay all their medical bills. I guarantee you for a fact, people are like, I'm gonna get that vaccine.
Yeah,
But most people want to take. Most people just want to go without the mask, and then if something happens, just walk away. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Leave.
Because
but that's how they want to do it.
recently,
look, you.
Go ahead.
No, you also start excluding people from doing certain shit, and they are forced to start taking that vaccine.
But
like, I'll give the example. I'll give the example of Vlad TV interviewed like this old school basketball player. I forgot his name. He was famous back in the day, and he was like, "Oh, I don't believe in taking the vaccine and whatnot." Blah blah blah. Like, just I don't like people telling me what to do, type of shit. And then he's like, "But what if you have to go and travel, right? Like take a plane and shit." And they say you have to take the vaccine, believe? And he's like, "Yeah, I would have to." He's like, "Even though I don't want to, I'd have to."
Right.
Yeah. So that's the point. Is like, well, you're gonna start excluding people from doing certain activities, and they're gonna be like, "Well, fuck, I'm gonna have to now." Right? It's not a discrimination. You're creating a safety so that people can aboard safely, that they have the vaccine and stuff like that.
Look, it's gonna be more difficult now because the CDC already said. Obviously, they said, "Oh, if you're already vaccinated, if you have taken both of the vaccines, you don't have to longer wear a mask in public."
Right.
So obviously they're gonna be which is I think is really dumb.
So are they 100% sure you're not spreading it after getting it?
No, it's not.
No,
that.
they're
It's
not.
Just like,
they're not, because there's already been famous people that have gotten the COVID again. So it's so stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like you get it, it does not prevent you from spreading it. You can still spread it, even if you got vaccinated.
The worst thing
the thing is, like, it's very like oh, you're trying to protect the workers, but even if you have it or not, you still have a potential of spreading it.
Yeah. It's just like they're gonna give you a lot of people excuses that don't want to take a vaccine to
I mean,
just go out there and not even wear a mask.
It's just sad that this has to be explained repeatedly. It's like you take the vaccine, you wear a mask, not for you, so you don't hurt other people.
Yeah, look at what's going on in Ohio. They are so alarmed when people not coming into actually getting vaccinated. They have come up with an idea of giving $1 million to 5 people.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Because they said like, if you get vaccinated
for schools, right?
Yeah, if you get vaccinated, you get like
I go Ohio right now, boys.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, go get your second vaccine on Ohio. Yeah. But no, I think it's obviously I think only for residents over there. But
I'm gonna have to false these papers out.
Shit. Anyway,
I didn't say that out loud.
Anyways, yeah, but
yeah, Josh is gonna go Ohio and marry a girl down there.
But
I've been here for 10 years.
Look at what it has come down to, where you have to like make shit stuff up to make people go out there and take their vaccine, because there's a lot of young people who actually don't believe in it. Because they say, look, I have a 90% chance of living through it. So I was like, it doesn't matter if I take it or not.
You also have a 90% chance of getting damaged by it permanently. That's really the funny thing about it, is because like people, they hear what they want to hear, right? It's like, it's one of those things where they have said multiple times, yeah, you're most likely to live from COVID. No matter what age group, you're most likely to live from it. But it still does damage to your body.
Yeah, there's still ramifications.
Right. It's like they just found out it can cause mental health issues, permanent cardiovascular issues. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter how healthy you think you are. It doesn't matter, how mild the symptoms were, right? You still can get permanently damaged by this virus. Like the virus does not, the virus goes and does what it does because it wants to survive, and it needs to kill you to survive as long as it's possible, and to move on. Obviously, your body wants to survive and kill it. So it's going to damage you as much as it can before it leaves. So why even risk getting the virus in the first place? Right? Like, why even take that chance? It's like, you risk it, and then it ends up costing you more now. And it ended up costing you more in the long term, simply because you didn't want to get a vaccine. Just get the damn vaccine.
Yeah.
Just get this damn vaccine. It won't prevent it from. It doesn't stop you from getting it, but it makes it a lot less severe, and it causes it to do a lot less damage, and it makes you less likely to spread it. So I don't see anything downside about it.
And let's not bring up that one argument that dude used in the radio. I think he has like a I think it was like a Christian radio station or whatnot, or a podcast
Oh,
where
Rogan.
not him. But this dude, he said like, I think the world majority of people who are taking the vaccine are fucking stupid, and I'm not gonna be one of those stupid people because I know all these stupid people are gonna die soon, and and then he said I'm a survivor, right? Therefore,
because he's already
yeah, this is the fucking irony. He's like, I'm a fucking survivor. I don't take shit. I don't let people convince me to take shit I don't need to. God is the only one who's gonna help us out. Like, and he kept referring God. He kept referring that he was the chosen one, and he said that only dumb people take the vaccine because
Hey, look, the chosen ones have died. So
Oh yeah, or even I think what Joe Rogan said it a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Oh, it's not as bad as the flu. The flu killed like 12,000 people last year." I'm just like, bro, COVID-19 killed 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Like it's a 12,000 is less than 500,000, which means COVID is worse than the flu. Like I don't understand. Like,
yeah, and I think
That's
look, Joe Rogan is a very popular. I mean, he has the most popular podcast in the.
no, he retracted. He since retracted.
Okay.
Right.
But
yeah,
it's-
bro.
of course he retracted because he got a lot of shit for it.
yeah, but it's just
That and
it's just,
and
like,
that comment
surprising.
about 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds are fine and they shouldn't take the vaccine. And just like, dude, what?
I think
Bro.
a lot of people have already criticized Joe Rogan since ever he switched to what's his name of that?
Spotify?
Yeah, Spotify. Because he has began
It's
to
exclusive,
since because he took the $100 million from them. Now Spotify is like, I don't think you want to say that. So he has kind of retract from a lot of things he has said, and people have come to say, "Oh, I don't like what you're doing now."
Not only that, but he's I think I don't think it's because of Spotify. I think it's because lately he's been getting a lot of shit for some of the stuff he's been saying. Because it's like I said, a lot of it just doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense. Like as I just said, like how can you look at something that killed 12,000 people and say it's worse than something that's killed 500,000 people? Like just logically, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
right.
And basically, look at what's going on in India, which is I think a lot of people don't know about it. So they are like, what, 600,000 people have died in less than 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, they can't handle
and there's so many people that are dying. Obviously, they were burning them, right? But now they have run out of wood, a special wood they used to burn their bodies, that they're throwing them in the rivers. So now people are finding, when they go and take a shower in the rivers, they're finding bodies just floating around, all around. They say that one morning they found out about 150,000 bodies just floating around the river.
Yeah, and that's gonna make it worse.
And it's disgusting, but it's just like.
So they think, hey, they got a virus, they'll spread it through the water.
Yeah, but the thing is, their virus already mutated twice, and they say that the COVID-19 mutation they have is even worse. It says that whenever you take the vaccine or any antidotes or medicine to get rid of the symptoms, it says that the symptom the virus itself hides away from those medicines. So not to, the symptoms could keep going on, and the virus could keep on spreading. So anything cannot actually find the virus within your cells to fight it off. So that's why people are dying very rapidly.
Well, not only that, it's also because there's a lot of shitload of poor people that live in India, and they don't have the means to.
I mean,
they're running
even
out
if it
of.
was, there's just so many people in India. I don't think any amount of hospital really support all that.
You saw that clip where this hospital was completely abandoned by all the doctors and the nurses. There was this clip of these people like
patients, right?
Just like the family of the family of the patients got there, and one of these dudes were just like recording with his phone, and they were saying, "Where's everyone?" Everyone, and they started checking the whole building, and they didn't find no nurses, no doctors, and they later found out that the reason why they had left is because they had run out of everything. They had nothing to treat their patients, and they had literally run out of air. The air machines and oxygen machines that didn't work anymore. So they just these people are gonna die. the government's not helping us. We really tried everything, so they just, I think, as protest, they just left. And when they, the family came into the building, they found most of the relatives, already dead. So yeah, but that's what's going on in India.
Yeah, just in general. I mean, like I said, the good thing is that in the United States, anyway, it's almost over.
Yeah.
So once that's all cleared,
man.
hopefully we could give them some of what we have. Because the thing is that because it's India, it needs so much resources. You know what I'm saying? But even if the United States were to give everything, you still don't have
virus they have. The new mutation virus they have, already spread to another 44 countries instead of
that's what I'm saying. It's like, so you have to kind of fight it where you can, and then
but there. That's how it essentially it started here in the United States. They kind of ignore it, and then it started coming off of here, and then we had to fight it off. So we beginning to do the same thing. We're like, oh no, we came back to normal. There's just forget about it, move on, and later on we're gonna have to deal with it if it comes here.
That's the exact opposite of what we're doing.
I don't think so.
Well, it's not what you think, is what you know.
Well, now, especially with the CDC saying that we no longer have to wear masks and stuff like that. So,
but what I'm saying is that we are moving vaccines to other countries.
Yeah, but those vaccines are if you get the new COVID-19 virus, it's not gonna help. The vaccine doesn't help at all.
That's not true.
No, it doesn't help at all.
That's not true.
It doesn't help at all. I'm saying because it's a new mutation of COVID-19.
You can tune into Political Peasants to continue this segment.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are right. Anyways, we have run out of topics. Any last comments, events? Anything you wanna say?
Get the COVID vaccine. That's it.
There you
go.
Does
not compute. Does not compute.
Don't listen, Ray. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He just hates the United States. He's a communist.
Yeah, whatever.
Communist. Wow.
People wear a mask. Wear a mask, please.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
How does it make sense for the CDC to say, "Hey, if you got vaccinated, don't wear your mask. You can still spread it."
It's because they have this whole fucking economic thing in the United States to pressure them.
Ray looks at the government. He's like, "You're clowns."
Yeah.
I'm gonna still wear my mask. Fuck everybody else.
Any events you guys want to announce? Josh, Andres?
No.
Any giveaways?
Not at the moment.
And any expensive stuff that you
follow my channel.
Yeah, on May 15th, we're gonna have a rally declaring that I'm the greatest.
Oh, fuck you.
So
don't waste your time on 15, all right?
So attend that. Okay, Ray is not invited. Everyone else is invited. I'm not Ray.
Yeah, whatever.
Everyone in the world could come except Ray.
Yeah. Hater.
We're just gonna leave him in El Salvador while everyone else.
Yeah, hater. All right, guys, that's been it for today. Make sure to tune in next Friday at the same time, 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern. For you who live in New York, like Josh.
7 p.m. PST.
Or 11, 10, whatever it is. All right.
People
even another hour.
Yeah, it's 3 hours, 2 hours difference. Either way, guys, see you guys till next. Peace.
Deuces.
Peace.
I'm the greatest.
Hater.
Shut up.